Let us see how to edit text in visual mode. First, the D command to delete a selected portion. For example, this is my selected portion and then press D. You can see that portion is deleted. The yank command will copy the selected visual area. So for example, let me select these three characters using visual block and now I'll press Y. So this content has been copied to the default register. Now let's say I go to the start of the line and then use normal mode P command. So the copied portion should be pasted. So in this way you can copy a visual area which could be characters or lines or block, and then you can paste using the P command in normal mode. Let's undo. If you selected some portion and then you use the P command, then the selected portion will be replaced with the content of the default register. So for example, let me copy this word and now let me select this portion and then use P command. So this portion should be replaced with the word delete. Let's undo. You can learn more details about the behavior of P command in visual mode, corner cases and uppercase P command by going through the help topic v_p. Let's move on. The lowercase c command will delete the selected portion and change to insert mode. So for example, let me select this portion and press lowercase c. So you can see that portion is deleted and then you are left in insert mode. Let's undo. If you apply the lowercase c command for visual block, then additionally you can type some text and press escape key to replicate that particular text across all the visually selected lines. So let's see an example. Let me select this block, press lowercase c, and type some new text and press escape. So whatever you type here will be also replicated to remaining lines of that particular visual block. Let's go back. For visual block, to use uppercase C, it will clear till end of the lines. For example, if this was my visual block and I use uppercase C, it should delete not only this selected portion but also the rest of the characters from those lines. So I'm going to use uppercase C. You can see this entire thing is now gone, and if you type some text and press escape, it will be replicated to the remaining visually selected lines. Let's undo. Next, let us see how to insert something without deletion. So you can use uppercase I to insert before the selected column and uppercase A to insert something after the last column. Let's see an example. I have selected this visual block and I'm going to use uppercase I, press parenthesis and then escape. So in this way, I replicated text insertion across all the lines of this particular visual block. And now let me show an example with uppercase A. Type some text, press escape. So in this way, you can enter something to the right of the selected visual column. Let's go back. There are few corner cases with uppercase I and uppercase A command. If you type multi-line text, it will not be replicated. So this is same for both I and A. So let me show an example. I'm going to select this visual block, press uppercase I, and type some text across multiple lines. Now, if I press escape, this will not be replicated. So you can see it was inserted only at this location, not replicated across the remaining lines. Let's undo. The text will not be inserted for lines shorter than the starting column of selection. For example, if this is my visual block, and if I use uppercase I to insert some text and press escape, you will see this is not replicated for this particular line because it is shorter than this starting column. Let's undo. In case of uppercase A, it will depend on whether you used dollar or not to extend the selection till end of the lines. So for example, if I select this visual block and press the dollar command to extend the selection till end of the lines and then press uppercase A to insert some text, it will be neatly inserted across the visual lines only at the end. Let's undo. Now, let me show another example. In this case, this is my visual block and I have not used dollar to extend till end of the lines. Now, if I use uppercase A and insert some text, this shorter line will be extended using space characters. Let's undo. If you use the lowercase r command, then every character of the selected portion will be replaced with the given character. So for example, if this is my visual block and if I use R followed by 5, every character in that visual area is replaced with the given character. Let's go back. You can restrict command line mode editing commands like G, S, exclamation, normal, and so on to visually selected range of lines. So for example, if this is my visually selected area and if I use colon, you will see this particular range automatically applied. And if I use substitute command, it will apply only to those lines which were part of the visually selected area. Let's undo and go back. You can also join the visually selected lines. So uppercase J and G uppercase J will behave similar to those we saw in normal mode. So if my visual area covers these two lines and I use uppercase J, it should join these two lines with a single space in between. Let me undo. And if the selection had crossed these 5 lines and I use uppercase J, then all those lines are joined using a space in between. If I use G followed by uppercase J, then this indentation should be preserved. G uppercase J. Let's undo and go back. Suppose you selected a visual block and then used I or uppercase A to insert some text, but later you realize that you don't want to replicate them across all the visually selected lines. In such cases, you can press Ctrl C instead of escape. So let's see an example. Suppose I select these 3 characters using visual block and press uppercase I and type some characters. Now instead of escape, I am going to press Ctrl C. So This insertion will not be replicated across the remaining lines. For more details and complete list of commands, you can go through the help topic Visual-Operators.